Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to the technical session 7B. My name is Shobhit Pokhriyal, and this session will be moderated by me. On the behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the second World Conference on Information Systems for Business Management, that is ISBM 2023, Bangkok, Thailand. The second edition of the conference is being organized in hybrid. The physical event was organized in Bangkok, Thailand yesterday, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom yesterday and today, that is 7th and 8th September. This series is organized in extension to ICT 4SD conference series. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive session through the day. In this session, we have 7 presentations. Presenters, note these things. Please note, in this session, each presenter has been allocated 12 minutes for presentation and questionnaires, including. It means presenters should finish their presentation in 10 minutes and 2 minutes are there for questionnaires and answer. On 8 minutes, I'll definitely raise a gentle reminder to the corresponding presenter. This is another request. There is another request to all the participants to stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can definitely write it to me in the chat box, or you can approach towards Harsh Soni sir. He's also there. And just before we start on with the papers and everything, I would like to introduce with you all the chair of the session. First up, we have is Professor Kirit J. Modi. He's currently working as a professor and head at CE and IT department, IQAC coordinator at Sankalchan Patel College of Engineering, and dean at Faculty of Computer Science, Sankalchan Patel University. He has more than 20 years of teaching experience. He has published more than 25 research papers in reputed international conferences, referred journals. He has served as a member of editorial board and program committees of international conferences and journals indexed in the Web of Science and Scopes. Hello, sir. Welcome to the session. Kindly address us with some welcome remark.
Yeah, so I'm thankful to the all the organizing committee of the GR Foundation, and I'm thankful to the Sobit for giving the introduction. And really, it's I can say that it's really a wonderful moment for me to join with you. And now I'm ready to hear about from all the eminent, we can say the presenters. So with these words, let's start. And then at the end, we will see what I would like to say as a concluding remark. So thank you. And I welcome to all the authors and presenters who are presenting their work. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next up we have is Dr. Sunil Sangve. He is a professor of Savitribai Phule Pune University in Pune, India. He has more than 21 years of teaching experience in academics. His area of specialization is network security, data mining, software engineering, data science, and analytics. Hello, sir. Welcome to the session. Kindly give us a welcome remark.
Thank you, Shobit, for such a wonderful introduction. And I would happy to listen to all the participants' views and their research. Definitely, I'm going to say that best wishes for all the participants, as well as thank you very much for inviting me for this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So let's quickly move on to the presentation of papers. So first up we have is MD Masoom Musfiq, and he will be presenting on the topic that is AI-based software testing. Sir, are you there in the session? MD Masoom Musfiq, sir, are you there in the session?
Shubhit, I think so. He's absent right now.
All right. Okay, so let's move further. Now we have Rishikesh Kadiwal. He'll be presenting on the topic that is analysis of micronutrients and correlations of zinc and iron of soil in Pune region. So are you there in the session? Shikesh Kadiwal, sir, are you there in the session?
Yes, he is here.
Mhm. Um, Rishikesh Kadiwal, sir, you may start your presentation. All right. Your screen is visible to us, but you're not audible, so
Rishikesh, if you are facing any technical issue, please solve it till then we can go for the next one.
okay. So we are proceeding to the next one. Meanwhile, Rishikesh, try to resolve your error. So next up we have is Arvind Raj S, and he'll be presenting the paper on hybrid intrusion detection system for industrial control system. So are you there in the session?
Yes, I'm there.
All right. So over to you.
Okay. 1 minute. I'll share my screen. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Myself Arvind. About my paper is hybrid intrusion detection system for industrial control system, and I'm from Amrita Vishwanath College. And objective of this project is we have to enhance the security for industrial control system because recent time if you have seen that many kind of attacks have been happening in industrial level in PLC SCADA systems. So real time scenario, what are the constraints we have is like we cannot give a security like we have a normal PC to that PLC system. So what this project will deal with is like have made one IDS system for PLC and have stimulated the various attacks and how is the efficiency. This is the objective of the total project of this paper. So next is like objective is like by implementing this in a Raspberry Pi is like it is a cheap cost and it is ARM based system in Raspberry Pi. So the critical measures we have taken in this like what are the attacks have been happening and how the attacks like reflecting in the logs. So we are collecting all the logs of attacks and we are detecting the attacks and how much time efficiency it's taking for detecting it. So during the simulation process, Raspberry Pi, I have stimulated the attacks which I have installed the Ubuntu system in Raspberry Pi in ARM-based OS. Which is separately we have to download and we have to install the Raspberry Pi. And after that, install the Linux-based. I have tried simulated all the attacks, like literally 5 attacks. I have tried it, and I have seen the efficiency of time, how it reflects easily. And this system topology for normally which is the PLC will have. So you can see that PLC system will be already connected to the internet through the router, and there will be one module will be there after the firewall, and we are implementing our ideas after that module Wi-Fi module to idea Raspberry Pi system, and which will be connected to the control center. In the control center will be that human machine interface will be there, and MTU and historian. The historian will be there collecting logs. So main terminal unit will be the engineer will be working on currently monitoring the systems, like which is what is happening in that PLC system plant, whether it is a power plant or any plant industrial. So they will be currently monitoring in the control system. So our ideal systems also will be sending the logs and everything to that separate monitor in the control center itself. So there the system will be reporting that attacks or anything happening. It will be reporting that attacks happening. It is only idea system detecting only. It's not preventing it. It's only detecting it. Uh, why chosen ideas in Raspberry Pi? It's ARM based. It is easy to cheap cost and it is you can implement it in all the PLC system because in a plant there will be multiple PLC systems will be currently working. So we can implement this system in each and every node point. So we can collect all the logs in a single control system to monitor and everything. In further process, we can also machine learning. We can do it, but I didn't do it because my concentration was on simulation part, real time simulation. So this project is like that. So proposed design as a existing identity system like facing challenges like implementation because it will be already have the system PLC. We cannot input any algorithm or give any load of program to the PLC existing system because it is already microsecond systems. Like it will take action in microseconds. So we cannot input any program or algorithm in the PLC system. So only we are isolating a separate system Raspberry Pi to that PLCs. So why I did was in the name of hybrid because it has a program as collecting network based and log based and network based. So these are the attacks will be like combining all the logs we are giving it to giving it to, system to detect it. So only it's called a hybrid. So next it's like ID is having many technologies currently, which is like signature based, anomaly based, and behavior based. Signature based means which will be like each and every file which is existing already attacks will have signatures. So we depend on the signature, it will be detecting it. So anomaly based means if there is any packet overflow in the name of more than suddenly going a higher level packet in during some section means it will be like some anomaly is happening. So if you have known Splunk or anything, it will be like in Spark it will be detecting. Now same wise of rules here also is there. So it will be detecting the any anomaly is having. Behavior based is like unless they are touching any sensitive part of the system files, it depend on that if it is without any regular operations, any program or any scripts is been evoking and it is enumerating any some kind of behavior means it will be detecting there. So this ID system types will be there. So as I said, Raspberry Pi ecosystem is like easy to us for us to program and allowing us to monitor the system. And this is a simulation attack which is mod based attack. Mod based like here any kind of unauthorized access or trying to manipulate the data of the threshold of the PLC or any kind of compromising of through that attack they are doing means it will be detecting it. I have stimulated from IP address. You can see there from this IP address to this IP address I have tried to attack, and this is one mod based attack. And ICMP is a smart attack. It's like a packet continuously we are sending ICMP packet to try to make the system to dull and make it is not working properly. So making it's like a DOS attack, like similar to that one. So just to be kind of using like a ping continuously pinging overflowing that IDs IP. So this attack is simulating that one. It's detected. All the results are detected one. You can see that. And here it is UDP and TCP are say reflection attack. So here it is like UDP package we have to send it and using through that UDP protocols, and the server will be reflecting on that victim IP address of the traffic, and similar way TCP also will be reflecting it. So these are the result of both UDP and TCP. It will be a simple program, and these are the CPU efficiency and memory how it is utilized in that percentage level. This is like I've divided it in this way. So you can see that you can see how the memory usage is less than around 25% overall. So this is the project details, and these are the reference purpose and everything which are result analysis. And thank you. So any questions?
Do you have any questions, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, hi sir.
Yes. So I would like to know, you have worked with the Raspberry Pi, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Do you think that that Raspberry Pi is sufficient to resolve this issue?
uh, to detect it, it is currently up to the model, latest model, it is enough to process and detect, sir. Even we can also prevention method we can use it, sir, because memory constraints are there now, sir,
So
like how
that is what actually I am telling is in terms of the resources, right? We
yes
know
sir.
that we have very limited resources are available.
Yes.
So is it enough that in terms of the processing, maybe in terms of memory, we may add some module, but in terms of the processing capacity, is it possible that we can get that kind of the response in real time manner or nearby real time manner?
Yes, sir. Detection we can do, sir. We can detect it, sir. But prevention, it's not literally now. It's not possible for because we are doing it for industrial level. So they
Yeah,
will be
that is
expecting
what
us
I'm
to.
telling you.
Uh,
Whenever you are actually implementing it for the industrial application, it should be in a real time,
yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
And
sir.
have you studied any kind of the existing the solution or that kind of the implementation?
Yes, sir. I have studied, sir, and what they are proposing is like they are making it for uh, another system. They are building it to producing like firewall system, and currently they are going for next gen antivirus. Like they are moving into next gen antivirus, trying to implement, sir. So what
Okay.
we are doing is like a lower level of industrial level. So there is another level is like high level. They are doing it for next gen antivirus for industrial control system.
Okay.
So
I think you have to add the information about the complete detail about the Raspberry Pi, right? Actually, we know that there are different versions are available.
uh,
So which version you have actually
four, sir.
followed?
Raspberry Pi 4, sir. Four
Yeah, so
modules.
you have to provide that complete details. So it would be helpful to yeah. So how
Yes,
it
I
will
added
be.
it in paper, but I didn't add it in slide. Sorry, sir.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for this presentation. So I would like to call here Rishikesh Kadiwal again.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, now you're audible, sir.
Okay.
You may proceed. Over to you.
Okay, I'm not able to share the screen.
Can you try it once again?
Yes, yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Rishikesh Kadiwal from Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune. The title of our project was Analysis of Micronutrients and Availability of Zinc and Iron in Pune region. This project was done under the guidance of Professor ML Dhore, who is a IEEE member. So the agenda of our presentation is introduction, problem statement, objective, literature review, tools and technology use, and future scope. So basically, why we chose this project was that micronutrients play a vital role in soil fertility and plant growth. While they are required in smaller quantities compared to macronutrients, their presence is crucial for optimal plant development and overall ecosystem health. Micronutrients like iron, boron, manganese, etc., play a vital role in plant nutrition, deficiency prevention, soil health, and crop quality and yield. With the help of micronutrients, we can analyze the texture of soil and thus can recommend crops which will have maximum yields. So the problem statement was like lack of knowledge of patterns, trends, dependencies, and relations of micronutrients with each other, which causes difficulty in interpretation conclusions regarding the efficiency of soil. The Pune region exhibits diverse soil types and microclimates, making it difficult to generalize findings and formulate region-specific recommendations for soil improvement. Next was the changing weather patterns and climate conditions in Pune can have unforeseen effects on soil micronutrient availability, making it even more challenging to draw conclusions about soil efficiency. So we chose micronutrients as a project because micronutrients are essential plant nutrients that are found in trace amounts in tissue but play an imperative role in plant growth and development. Without these nutrients, plant nutrition would be compromised, leading to potential declines in plant productivity. So out of the 17 elements essential for plant growth, 8 micronutrients are boron, chlorine, copper, iron, manganese, molybdenum, zinc, and nickel. So we also noticed that all the projects which were made on the soil were basically on the major nutrients, which were nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That is why we chose micronutrients as our topic, because micronutrients are also as essential and affect the soil as major nutrients. The objectives of our project was investigate potential interactions between various micronutrients in the soil, including antagonistic or synergistic effects to better understand their combined influence. Next was to determine the current status of micronutrients level, including zinc, copper, iron, manganese, and boron in the soil across various locations in the Pune region. Next was to develop educational programs and outreach initiatives to raise awareness among farmers and stakeholders about the importance of micronutrient management in soil. And the last one was to find out the different correlations and dependencies among various micronutrients present in soil and accordingly give the correct interpretations. So this was the methodology, this was the flow in which we proceeded our project. The first, we displayed the count of micronutrients within 5 ranges of pH and EC and extracted the interpretations. Further, we conducted hypothesis for each and every combination of micronutrients in the data set. Then we calculated regression slopes and displayed graph for the selected combinations. Then we calculated correlation coefficient between variables containing p-values less than 0.05 for further analysis. The next task was to pick out 2 essential micronutrients which have considerate effect on soil. The 2 essential micronutrients picked by us was zinc and iron. Then we also listed out the independent variables using feature extraction and calculated the skewness. Then the current task was for us to generate accurate models for each micronutrients considering 3 classified regions of Pune, which were Daund, Bhor, and Mulshi. The last task is to create a user-friendly interface and provide it to the Agricultural Ministry. So, sir, basically the data set which we were using was provided by Agricultural Ministry of Pune, and the data set was around, the data set consists around 7,30,000 entries in it, and it had the amount of micronutrients present in Pune region along with the measure of rainfall in each and every region. So as you can see, these were the correlations of micronutrients within the 5 ranges of pH and EC. The maximum range was for EC was below 0.5 to 4.5 for boron and so on. Next, we conducted hypothesis for every combinations of micronutrients in the data set. As you can see, those hypotheses for which p-value is 0 do not have any relation between them, while the values which are in the positive are dependent on each other. Those micronutrients are dependent on each other. Similarly, it is visible in a visualization form. Next was to calculate regression slopes and display graph for the selected combinations. Those micronutrients whose p-value was found to be positive, we also calculated the regression slopes for the same. As you can see, the first table consists of the regression slopes between micronutrients versus pH and EC and major nutrients, which are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Next table consists of the regression slopes between micronutrients versus micronutrients. So from these regressions, by calculating this regression slope, we shortlisted the micronutrients or any other nutrients which affect zinc and iron, we took the range from minus 0.5 to positive 0.5. As you can see here, these were the factors which affected zinc and iron, and we also chose these nutrients as independent variables for zinc and iron for our model. So the last step was to pick out the two essential micronutrients, which were zinc and iron. We also listed out the independent variables, and also we calculated the skewness for each and every micronutrients. This is the table which describes the skewness of each and every micronutrients, which were dependent for zinc and for the growth for zinc and iron, as you can see on the screen. So the last task for us is to generate accurate models for each micronutrients, considering three classified regions, which is rainfall regions, which are Daun, Bhor, and Mulchi, and to create user-friendly interface and providing to the department. The next is these are the reason why we chose zinc and iron, that both are important for plants. The zinc is important to plants for early growth stages, development of root, seed, and fruit, in the process of photosynthesis, balancing plant hormones, activity of auxins. Deficiency of zinc also results in stunted growth, length reduction of internodes, smaller young leaves, and yellowing on the lower leaves. While iron is important for chlorophyll production, photosynthesis, enzyme composition, influences energy transfer, nitrogen reduction, and fixation, also lignin formation. Deficiency in iron in plants harms younger leaves as it causes yellowing between the veins. So the future work for our project remaining is our aim is to correlate micronutrients apart from iron and zinc, that is to find out independent variables for all the other micronutrients, and also to help the farmers and agriculture department. Designing a website will be more beneficial to them, and it will be a easy access to the data, and also to use more machine learning algorithms to make this project more scalable. So the conclusion of our project was to count the micronutrients with respect to pH and EC, helped in providing necessary interpretations. The hypothesis testing helped in providing strong evidence towards the dependency of availability of micronutrients between each other. The regression slopes clarified the proportionality between dependent micronutrients, while the correlation coefficient helps to measure the extent of dependency between the micronutrients. So this was all about our project. And these are some of the references which we had a literature review on. Okay, thank you. That was all about our project.
Chairs, you have any question for the presenter?
Hello. I'm audible?
Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So my question is related with the pH value.
pH value, okay.
So the pH value of the soil is going to be changed as the demography change.
Sorry, sir, you were not audible. Can you repeat?
The pH value change as.
Yes, sir. The pH value changes from region to region, and it was mentioned in our data set.
Yeah. So accordingly, you are setting the benchmark for the micronutrients.
Yes, sir. pH value along with that electrical conductivity was also there. They both compulsorily affected all the count of or the growth of all the micronutrients in the soil. That is why we chose them as compulsory as the independent variables.
Means as per the region, you are going to set all these values.
Yes, sir. Actually, Pune region can be divided into three parts according to the rainfall. That is low rainfall, moderate rainfall, and high rainfall. So accordingly, the pH value and electrical conductivity change from region to region.
Yeah. Again, the hilly region is also considered, no? Right?
Yes.
Where the pH value may be more.
Yes, sir.
Having a large rainfall.
Yes, sir. There's all the regions were mentioned in the data set, and accordingly we found out the values of zinc and iron, or not only zinc and iron, all the micronutrients. This was basically the information or correlation or dependencies which we provided to the department, so that they can have a clear view on what all nutrients affects each other.
Okay.
Or how
Okay.
does the pH affect the micronutrients in each and every region?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Kirit sir, do you have any question?
No, no, it's a nice, very nice. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Rishikesh sir, for the presentation. So next up we have is Akshay Mohan, who is going to present his paper on machine learning based detection of hidden data in network packets. Sir, are you there in the session?
Yes.
All right. Over to you, sir.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Akshay Mohan, and I'm going to present on the topic machine learning based detection of hidden data in network packets. So let's start with the introduction. When an information of anything is transferred or communicated without letting others to know about the communication, by hiding the communication behind any other legitimate channel or legitimate communication, is called steganographic communication. So in this sort of communication, only the sender and the receiver are aware of this transfer. Now, the concept of network steganography, which is comparatively a new topic, which uses the network protocols payloads or the headers to hide information, and then it can be transferred from one location to another in a form of normal network traffic. Now, there are many risks associated with this feature, right? For example, this can be used to exchange information from one system to another without being detected. And there are some malwares which actually utilizes this behavior to evade the traditional detection. And since there are different ways to hide data in the packets, the detection is also very difficult. So to address this issue, we came up with a machine learning based model to detect and prevent this network based steganography transmission. And such approach will significantly reduce the success of these attacks. In this work, we propose 6 machine learning algorithms and 4 deep learning algorithms on create a dataset, and the result will be compared. Basically, in order to achieve this, the work starts with creating a dataset and embedding steganographic methods or steganographic techniques onto the traffic and detecting it using machine learning. This is a model architecture. We start with data creation using voice shark till the result, which shows the detection accuracy of different machine learning and DL algorithms for the network steganography. We'll see each steps much more detail in the coming slides. Coming to the dataset creation, there's a tool called voice shark, which can be used to monitor network traffic and dump them in real time. So here we have used the tool to capture live traffic. Then we dumped the network live traffic in a PCAP file, and PCAP file means any file. It's a packet capture file. This PCAP is stated as normal PCAP. Then it is converted into an CSV file using another tool called tshark. So the so-called PCAP, it's normal PCAP, right, is used as a cover to embed secret information using different techniques. We have used around 10 different techniques to hide network traffic. Uh, Techniques like time to leave, modification of time to leave header, or modification of identification header, modification of little bit and the flag headers and all. So basically, values of these headers will be modified and new values will represent the secret information, which will be placed and this will be sent to different remote locations. Then this modified PCAP, this will be converted into CSV file, then just like the normal PCAP. And the below snapshot shows the sample how to create CSV from the PCAP file. So this CSV file would look like this, and the column will represent the features or header for the DL ML learning algorithms to work, and the row represent the packets. Then, as I said, there are 2 CSV files, right? These 2 CSV files will be compared using Python script, and a new column called change is created at the last for the machine learning and deep learning algorithms to identify which is the modified and which is non-modified package, so that machine learning algorithm can learn accordingly. For this particular experiment, we have created around 34,743 number of packets, and out of which around 11,668 packets are malicious packet or network stacker packets, and the rest of 23,075 packets are clean packets. And for the detection purpose, we have used 6 machine learning classifiers and 4 deep learning classifiers, along with the train test split 80:20. As you can see, the 6 machine learning classifiers like KNN, SVM, bagging, random forest, decision tree, AdaBoost, and out of which random forest and decision tree have exhibited highest level of accuracy, that is 0.9998 in detecting network steganography. And among the deep learning classifier, we have used DNN, CNN, LSTM, and finally the RNN. And out of which we have observed that RNN has the highest test accuracy. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
When you are considering the packets,
Yeah.
all the things you are implemented at the transport level.
Yes, sir.
So in the transport level itself, we have the various particularly algorithms for implementing the TCP, right?
Yes, sir.
Again, we are talking about TCP and UDP. So when we are going to see about the TCP, so it is a totally connection oriented and reliable, right?
Right.
So when we are talking about the packets, you are using the concept of steganography. Right?
Yes, right.
It's already you are encrypting all these things.
Right, sir.
So then how you are going to
So
decrypt? What are the methodology you have used at the sender and receiver side for
So-
this steganography?
yes, sir. Basically, this header modification will be done in internet IPv4 header, that is in the layer 3, right? So here the sender and the receiver will be knowing that, okay, this sender A will be sending particular information hidden in these packets. So in that way, just like the normal packet, the communication will be like a normal packets, but when the receiver, uh, take out all the headers and they are analyzing the header, they will find the information, hidden information in it.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any more questions, sir?
Yeah, so yeah, Akshay, so I would like to know about you have implemented various machine learning algorithms, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the objective ultimately? You have just implemented and you have demonstrated that these two algorithms, they are performing well. So what ultimately the outcome?
So, sir, I've tried in 10 in a network with 10 computers, and I've tried to implement this lively, and I've tried Snort, Suricata, and Zeek IDS to detect this kind of transfer, and it actually completely failed to detect any kind of steganography transmission. So I thought, okay, it would be better if there is a machine learning or deep learning algorithm to identify this. So I've compared with the different algorithms which will be giving the more accuracy to detect, and further we can stop this communication from happening.
Okay. But do you think that okay, I would like to know something about the case study where we can apply this exactly.
So suppose, sir, in an organization, okay, in an organization where they keep their secret files or anything confidential data in their laptops or systems, right? So there will be kind of firewall which protects the organization from sending data, like DLP protection will be there to prevent sending data from one system to another. So in such cases, like you can use this method to transfer few like binary files. The data transferring rate will be very slower because you can't actually transfer MB or GB kind of data very quickly, but you can only transfer very bits by bits. right? So from that point of view, from the systems, you can actually modify the few header files, and then you can uh, in the can transfer the data by form of normal pinging or normal network traffic
Hmm.
into remote communications.
Hmm. Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shobit.
Thank you so much, sir, for the presentation. So next up we have is Divyanjali MPC Kavisha, and she'll present her paper on optimizing indoor lettuce cultivation, evaluating the impact of artificial light and parameter monitoring using an IoT device. Ma'am, are you there in the session?
Yes, I'm there. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Just a minute. Over to you, ma'am. Hmm.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kavisha Divyanjali from University of Colombo, Sri Lanka. My topic is optimizing indoor lettuce cultivation, evaluating the impact of artificial light and parameter monitoring using an IoT device. The members of my research team are Dr. Tilnie Pereira and Dr. Lasanti and the Silva. This is the outline of my presentation. The world population is predicted to be about 9.8 billion by the year 2050. With the global population on a rapid rise, the demand for food is increasing significantly. The global food demand is expected to increase between 59% to 98%. Therefore, the research and development of new agricultural technologies that can improve crop production are crucial to address this challenge. As urban areas expand, indoor hydroponic cultivation has emerged as a practical solution in urban areas. Hydroponic is a soilless farming technique that involves growing plants in nutrient solution. It offers the potential for improved high-quality yields while overcoming the limitation of unfavorable climatic conditions. In hydroponics, it is required to maintaining specific properties of the nutrient solution. Integrating IoT in indoor hydroponics allows for monitoring parameters such as pH, EC, light intensity, temperature, humidity, and system regulation. Also, it reduces human resource requirement and enables the automation of critical processes. Through automated monitoring and control, essential parameters like water level, pH, EC, temperature, flow, and light intensity can be optimized for optimal plant growth. In my study, there were two main objectives. First objective was grow lettuce within an indoor hydroponic system, and second objective was designing the mechanisms to monitor the parameters easily and accurately. To achieve the first objective, first water culture system was prepared using styrofoam boxes. The nutrient solution was prepared using Albert's solution, and the aeration of the nutrient solution was achieved using an oxygen pump. The pH of the nutrient solution was maintained within a range of 5.5 to 6.5. The EC value of nutrient solution was maintained at the 1500 microsiemens per centimeter. Then, optimal light spectrum and intensity condition for hydroponic lettuce cultivation was determined. Seeds of Grand Rapid lettuce were used in this study, and the 5 treatments were applied to the lettuce plant, with the 3 replicate for each treatment. For the light treatments, LED white light, white blue-red LED, blue-red LED were used. Plant height, number of leaves, length and width of the leaves, and the relative chlorophyll content were measured weekly for 4 weeks. The plant's fresh and dry weights were assessed at the treatment second, third, and fourth weeks. All data were analyzed using our software, and the one-way ANOVA test was done to compare the means of different groups. And Duncan multiple range test was done to explore any significant difference between the means. Here you can see the observation of the vegetative growth of lettuce under different lightroom and intensity condition. Mean value of the height and mean value of the number of leaves of lettuce plants. LED white light and white blue-red light treatment has given higher plant height, and red white blue light combination has given highest number of leaves. This slide you can see the growth curve obtained using mean value of the leaf length and leaf width of lettuce plants. White LED and white blue red light combination have given higher leaf length, and the white blue red light combination has given highest leaf width. In this slide, you can see the growth curve obtained using mean value of the relative chlorophyll content of lettuce plants. White blue red light combination has given highest relative chlorophyll content. When considering the fresh and dry weight, red blue white light combination had relatively higher mean fresh and dry weight throughout the experiment. Considering all the data, we can indicate that there is significant impact of artificial light on increase of leaf number, plant height, leaf width, leaf length, chlorophyll content, fresh and dry weight of lettuce. And white blue red 1:1 ratio with PPFD at 200 light combination shows impact on increase of leaf number, plant height, leaf width, leaf length, chlorophyll content, fresh and dry weight of lettuce. To achieve second objectives, we developed Hydromata IoT device. Hydromata IoT device consists with 2 circuits. First circuit consists with Arduino microcontroller and not MCU, ESP8266 Wi-Fi module, temperature and humidity sensors, light intensity sensors, and gravity analog pH sensor. Circuit 2 consists ESP32 Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module and gravity analog TDS sensor. Here you can see the prototype of Hydromata device. In this slide, you can see the Hydromata sensor data for indoor hydroponic lettuce cultivation. To increase the user-friendliness of Hydromata IoT device, we developed Hydromata Android application. The front end of the app was developed using Java, and the back end of the app was developed using Python. Here you can see the appearance of our Hydromata Android application. As a final conclusion, we can conclude that IoT-controlled Hydromata device, which was developed to monitor essential parameters important for hydroponic cultivation, provide accurate and reliable data. And artificial light has a positive effect on the growth of lettuce. The light intensity and light quality affect the lettuce yield. And the PPFD at 200 with a photo period of 16 hours per day provided by LEDs with the red-blue-white ratio of 1:1 can be recommended for indoor hydroponic lettuce cultivation. These are the key references that I used in my research. I like to acknowledge University of Columbus School of Computing for the financial support they have provided, and I stand at UCSC, and the research interns involved in developing the Android mobile application. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you all.
Madam, can you show me the architecture of your system?
Sorry?
Architecture of your system.
I have not the architecture of the system in here. Sorry, you are asked about the architecture of the system in hydroponic system, right?
That architecture of whatever the proposed system you are doing.
Yeah, actually, I have not.
Okay.
Entered
So
here.
I'm interested in what are the various sensors you have used here.
Sorry, various
Sensors. What sensors you have used in the IoT?
Yeah,
So that,
actually, to measure the temperature and humidity in the environment of hydroponic system, we use DHT11 sensor. And for the measure light intensity, we use BH1750 sensor, and we use gravity analog pH sensor and gravity analog TDS sensor.
How you have provided the power backup for these sensors?
Yeah, actually, we supplied power to the power bank.
So is there any mechanism to automatically come to know about the power required for these sensors? So how frequently manually we have to check out all these details?
Sorry?
So how we have to detect the power requirement for these sensors? Either manually you are going to have the mechanism, or automatically it is going to give the alerts, some kind of messages to the admin for the power backup. Anyhow, the sensors require the backup or power.
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
Due to maybe the connecting device is not going to be properly. Okay, anyhow, your presentation is good. The work is very nice.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions, sir?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pam, for this presentation.
Thank you.
So next up we have is Hugo Trovao, and he'll be presenting on the topic that is SMEs recruitment processes supported by artificial intelligence, a position paper. So are you there in the session?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon, everybody.
All right. So
okay,
you may proceed, sir.
So I'll start. I'll be presenting a position paper about small and medium enterprises recruitment processes supported by artificial intelligence. So everyone knows this, but I'm just going to give a quick intro about human resources, that's management that optimizes an organization's workforce. And it identifies, the recruitment identifies and hires qualified job candidates. AI, of course, everybody knows it's, in this case, a technology that handles human-like tasks using computer systems. And also there's machine learning that improves algorithms through training and experience. And a subfield of machine learning, we're not getting deep into technical questions, but it can extract complex patterns and characteristics within data that are relevant to a particular task. And it is, of course, deep to the neural network. So we are in this paper is about the early stage of our research. So we did a preliminary literature review. well, use the basic keywords. You can see machine learning, recruitment, fairness, human resources, artificial intelligence, and it held 48 papers. So an interesting point is that when we added SME or small and medium enterprises that were did not yield any relevant results. So there's we could see that there is a lack of research about the use of AI in SME recruitment processes. So this literature allowed us to find some things. So SMEs are responsible for 90% of businesses and over 50% of global employment, and they face competitive recruitment processes. AI can, of course, enhance these processes, but there are very few SMEs using it. So our work researches and aims to improve SME recruitment. And we came up with a research problem. So the recruitment process poses many challenges in complexity, time consumption, finding suitable candidates for open positions. And additionally, hiring costs can be substantial. So while AI presents an opportunity to streamline and enhance these processes, there are notable challenges associated with its implementation, including also bias-related concerns. One significant research factor is the need of more understanding regarding the necessary organizational resources for effectively adopting AI within SMEs for recruitment processes. Furthermore, there's this concerns about the fairness and bias that are often overlooked in AI adoption. So we came up with a few research questions, and that's what are the benefits of using AI in SME recruitment processes? What are the challenges? And how can we mitigate these challenges of using AI in SME recruitment processes? So we came up with a few goals. So the first goal is to develop a framework to support the effective adoption of AI in SME recruitment processes. And the second goal is to define the requirements and maybe specifications for an AI-enabled SME recruitment platform that can be trained according to the organization's activity sector, recruitment policy, and of course, historical data. So our strategy will be using design science research by Peffers. Oh, sorry. So everyone must know, at least must have come up with this in somewhere in time. But there are all these places, and I can tell you about the problem identification and motivation. So the aim is to, as I said, is to create a framework for SME adoption of AI in their recruitment processes. So SMEs can benefit from AI, of course, but it needs to be used ethically. So we are now doing at this stage, we are a bit further, more upfront than this paper, but we are carrying a systematic literature review guided by Barbara Kitchenham's procedures, and we intend to validate and clarify the research problems significantly. So regarding the objectives of the solution, as I said, it's the development of a framework and to define the requirements of a platform. Concerning design and development, it's a central thing to DSR. We will be creating that tailored framework covering data, AI models, metrics, fairness, and of course considering the SME faced by challenge and research limitations and the bias. For the demonstration stage, we must build the demonstration validation to ensure its effectiveness effectiveness in AI adoption for new recruitment. So this involves either some pilot studies or real world simulations to access the benefits, the challenges, and the possible mitigation strategies. Regarding evaluation, we'll be assessing the impact of these measures in SMEs, namely the efficiency gains, cost savings, accuracy improvements, and of course, bias reduction. So the feedback from SMEs and from their HR specialists will help us refine the framework. So the result of this evaluation may lead to new design cycles, and we'll be using questionnaires to measure the framework validity. And we hope to determine the framework's effectiveness and offer recommendations for improvement, if that's okay. Of course, we'll be communicating these results we aim to create and share knowledge from this design activity to benefit practitioners and researchers in both technology and management fields. So we'll be communicating through scientific papers. And now for the final consideration. So we learned that AI can benefit both large organizations and SMEs in recruitment, with SMEs representing a significant portion of the global business and employment. So it's important, or it's very relevant to try and equalize the use of AI in every kind of organization. Making AI-driven recruitment accessible and cost-effective for SMEs is therefore vital. And our scientific approach aims to improve the recruitment by providing. What happened here? By providing a framework for AI adoption and the specific platform requirements. So thank you all, and here's my email if you want to connect. So are there any questions?
Any question by the chair?
Is there any specific methodology under AI umbrella for this recruitment process?
Well, I can tell you we are looking into deep learning, but nothing very specific so far.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
No.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for the presentation.
Thank you.
So next up we have is Mahidul Hassan Rifat, who's going to present his paper on Wild Saver, Advancing Wildlife Conservation with UAVs and Blockchain Technology. Sir, are you there in the session?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Toshi, can you start the presentation?
Please do.
Go to the first slide. Okay. Before I start my presentation, I would like to thank ISBM for selecting our paper and arranging such an excellent conference to present it. We are grateful. My paper title is Wild Saver, Advancing Wildlife Conservation with UAVs and Blockchain Technology. My co-authors are Afif Islam Anunna, Sanjit Akhtar, Toshik Indusar, Nafis Mansur, and I myself, Mahidul Hassan Rifat. Next slide. So this is the outline of our presentation. So it is divided into background, motivation, literature, summary, proposed system, conclusion, future works, and references. Next slide. In recent years, the field of wildlife conservation has faced an increasing need for innovative solutions to address the pressing challenges. As human activities continue to encroach upon natural habitats and as the effects of climate change become more pronounced, The conservation of Earth's diverse ecosystem and the protection of endangered species have become more critical than ever. According to some statistics, around 150 to 200 plant and animal species go extinct on average every day. Around 137 of those go extinct due to deforestation. About 55,000 to 73,000 species go extinct every year if the average amount of extinctions happen every day. It may be low as 10,000 or as high as 100,000, sorry. Um, Next slide. Um, One of the primary reasons for wildlife monitoring is the conservation of biodiversity. Many species of plant and animals are endangered due to habitat loss, climate change, poaching, and often human activities. Monitoring helps assess the health and population trends of these species, enabling conservationists to take protective measures. Wildlife monitoring provides valuable data for scientific research. It helps researchers study animal behavior, migration patterns, reproduction, and disease spread. This information contributes our understanding of ecology, evolution, and animal physiology. Data collected through wildlife monitoring can be used to educate the public about the importance of conservation and the value of preserving biodiversity. Awareness campaigns can encourage responsible behavior and support for conservation efforts. Next slide. So UAVs or unmanned aerial vehicles, also known as drones, are robotic vehicles that can fly, carry payloads, or execute missions. Originally, UAVs were used only for military applications, but now they are readily available for civilian use also. When UAVs form swarms or flock and can communicate with each other, we call it flying ad hoc network or FANET. In parallel, blockchain technology has emerged as a game changer in data security and by introducing a decentralized temper-resistant ledger system. Blockchain ensures the integrity and immutability of data. In the context of wildlife conservation, in our proposed system, each participating UAV acts as a blockchain node, recording critical data and sensor readings as immutable transactions. Smart contracts provide secure data ownership, authorizations, and permissions, while a consensus algorithm verifies transactions, maintaining the integrity of the blockchain ledger. This integration of UAVs and blockchain technology to the system holds the promise of offering a conservationists and researchers a secure, trustworthy, and efficient platform for wildlife monitoring and opens the door to impenetrable data and conduct in-depth analysis and make informed decisions. Next slide. So our research objective is to develop a wildlife monitoring system with UAVs and blockchain technology for better wildlife conservation. Our proposed system will have UAVs for comprehensive wildlife data collection, animal behavior analysis, aerial surveys, and blockchain will be there to ensure data security and immutability. And we will use IPFS as a distributed data storage solution to store uh, data generated by UAV swarms. Next slide. Next slide. So these are the literature review we have conducted. The literature review investigates the integration of UAVs and blockchain technology in monitoring applications, showcasing their potential in enhancing data security and efficiency. The necessity of a system for wildlife monitoring using UAV and blockchain arises from the need to address limited coverage, data manipulation, and efficient management, offering a decentralized and secure solution for wildlife conservation and protection. So this is the block diagram of our system. Next slide. The proposed system aims to utilize UV swarms for monitoring wildlife and achieving various monitoring goals such as animal behavior analysis, wildlife tracking, aerial surveys, etc. To efficiently organize the swarms and establish decentralized communication between UAV to UAV and UAV to base, a cluster topology will be used. Noise from UVs is a big concern while monitoring wildlife as it can startle or disrupt missions. Quadrotor UVs make less noise compared to hexarotor UVs. Thus, for wildlife monitoring purposes, a swarm consisting of quadrotor UVs is a better choice. UAV swarms must maintain safe distance from obstacles like trees, rocks, and uneven terrain. A a collision avoidance algorithm can be adopted to avoid obstacles in the wildlife. Also, whether it can affect UAV flights. UAVs can overcome internal and external disturbances by using an adaptive disturbance rejection control mechanism. Next slide. So UAV to UAV and UAV to the base station communication must be secure to safeguard against cyber physical attacks. Elliptic curve cryptography is a promising solution as it has lower computational demands and can significantly reduce power consumption of UAVs while providing the same level of security as RS. To ensure the integrity and immutability of the collected data, the system employs a public blockchain. Each UAV in the swarm acts as a node in the blockchain network, and the data captured by the UAVs, including sensor readings, are recorded as transactions on the blockchain. This utilization of blockchain technology guarantees transparency, immutability, and data integrity. To control data ownership, permission, and authorization, smart contracts are employed. Smart contracts define the rules and conditions for accessing and sharing the collected data, providing a secure and automated approach for managing data ownership and access rights. The system incorporates a consensus algorithm to validate block generation within the blockchain network. This mechanism ensures that the recorded data is verified and agreed upon by the participating nodes, enhancing the overall reliability of the system. For efficient storage of the collected data, a distributed storage solution such as IPFS has been considered. This enables the system to handle large amount of data generated by the UAV swarm while providing fault tolerance. So now this is the workflow of our proposed system. Next slide. So first, UAV swarms are initialized to collect data upon receiving data. Relevant information is extracted and sent to blockchain network. If validated through a consensus algorithm, the information will be stored in IPFS, and block will be appended to the blockchain ledger with the hash value of the stored file and timestamp of the block generation time. Now, a smart contract will control the access and sharing of information between different stakeholders. Next slide. So in our paper, we have tried to demonstrate the possibility of integrating blockchain technology with UAV swarms for wildlife monitoring. Our research proves the system's security, integrity, and data immutability while monitoring wildlife situation. Using UAV swarms with a cluster communication topology, we can overcome the traditional monitoring limitations such as limited coverage, latency, security, and open the path for more accurate information gathering. The integration of blockchain ensures access security and trust while collecting data from wildlife. Accuracy and reliable source of data is a must. Also, the use of smart contracts can make the data sharing between different stakeholders uh, uh, and the authentication process much more robust. In conclusion, the combination of UAV swarms and blockchain technologies shows immense potential for revolutionizing wildlife monitoring practices. We can improve our understanding of ecosystem, protect endangered species, and contribute to the preservation of biodiversity. Continued research and development in this field will undoubtedly lead to further advancements in the wildlife conservation efforts in the future. Next slide. To prove the validity of such system, we will conduct a simulation to build a prototype of our system. Also, for UAV to UAV and UAV to base communication, we will also need an efficient routing protocol considering the dynamic nature of UAV FANET communication. These are the references we have used. Next. Thank you for your time and patience.
Any question by the chairs?
Yes. Implementation blockchain.
Sir, this is a proposed system. We still haven't done a simulation.
Okay. So methodology which you are going to use for the implementation.
Yes, we focused on that in our paper.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So I would like to know about UAV, right? You have used the. So what kind of the sensors you have used?
Sir, it is still a proposed idea, we haven't still done a simulation.
Okay, so you are not working with the real.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Real.
We're planning to do a simulation.
Okay. And second thing is, the point is that here, okay, it's fine that you are going for the simulation, but whenever you are combining these two things, right? Regarding
Yes,
this
sir.
UAV or drone and I can say the blockchain technology. So do you have any idea how exactly you can work with the actual drone for the monitoring? Have
Sir,
you discussed with the experts who are working with these drone technologies or like that?
No, sir. We still haven't figured how to move it into the real world, but we have figured out some tools that we can use to simulate the environment so that we can
So the
present
point,
that
okay,
system
so
is.
point here is that you have to actually study regarding the how we can use these drone technologies for this monitoring. Because one thing is that there are the different modes of the drone, right? One is you have to fly the drone, so it is in the flight mode. Then second
Yes, sir.
is whatever the images or video you are collecting, so you have to store somewhere. Then after that, you have to utilize that data. So normally the data will be stored somewhere in the memory module. Then you will get it data that from the when the drone will be available on the ground. So it is called stationary mode. And then after you can utilize that data which or images which you have collected, right? Images or video you have collected through
Yes,
the
sir.
flying drone. And then you have to apply the we can say or this blockchain methodology, right? Blockchain technology. So first of
Yes, sir.
all, discuss it with the concern experts, right? So then you will realize how actually the things will work. Simulation is different thing, right? But here you have to check that how exactly the things works. Even if you can see certain resources are available online. So if you refer, then you will get some idea how exactly things will work.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much,
your.
sir. Thank you so much for presenting.
Thank you.
So this is a final call for MD Masoom Musfi. Sir, are you here to present? MD Masoom Musfiq, are you here to present?
Is any co-author of the papers belonging to this?
Any co-author who would like to present? Shall we move ahead, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So finally, the end of all the paper presentations. And to the end, I would say that I sincerely thank all the authors for their excellent presentation in this session and all our participants for being a part of the international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on the behalf of the whole team, thank you for support during this second version and the previous first version of the conference. We'll be very happy to have you in the third version in 2024 as well. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all papers have been already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. So kindly cooperate with the team of ISBM 2023. And I also thank our session chair, Dr. Kirit J. Modi, and Dr. Sunil Sange for chairing the session. So, any few words you would like to share as a closing remark?
Yeah, so I would like to say all the sessions were very, I would like to say that the innovative, one or another way, they were informative. And I think they all presented their concepts in a very well manner. So I congratulate to all the authors or the presenters who presented their work. And really, this is a very nice session. And I'm thankful again to the organizers, Sunil sir, for joining and for this arrangement. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, just I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude towards the organizer for inviting us as a session chair. And I'm always delighted to be associated with your organization all the way. So thank you, Kirit sir, for being with me for this one. And last but not the least, I'm going to thank Shobit for coordinating all this event so wonderfully. And
Thank you so
I
much, sir.
would like to appreciate the effort taken by all the presenters. So I wish them best of luck for their future research. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And as a token of appreciation by Team ISBN and GIA Foundation, this is for the chair of the session. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this conference. And at the end, I would request all of you to kindly turn on your cameras for a quick snapshot. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being present here. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.